Welcome back, guys, and there it is in all its glory, Tamarin Island, and it's all done. All the tinkering is finished, and in this episode, as well as giving you a look around, I'm going to give you some information about a couple of fairly important things, and I'll kick off by telling you Skye Pack 3.2 is on the way. I'm testing it right now. A big thank you to Marcus for packaging that up for me. I'm testing it right now. I have run into a couple of issues, so I'm going to have to go back to Marcus and get him to make some changes to the pack. But that will be coming out in due course. Something else I want to talk to you about on the website, but I'll tell you about that in a little while, because I'll show you where it's relevant to the building of this city. Right. First of all, I wanted to show you the city at night, because I think that at night time, now that I've upgraded all the roads and everything, oh my god, and you just get this blue neon glow from everything. I think the city just looks pretty bloomin' awesome. Seriously, I have absolutely loved this, and I've spent probably about 3 hours on the tinkering around after the last video, just playing with stuff, and I ran into a few issues, but I'll take you through that. Okay, you know what? It's daytime, so let's get on. Enough yammering. Let's show you some stuff. And actually, you know what? Let me show you this website thing. Let's get that out of the way. Where that becomes relevant, when you want to put in new buildings, and you remember I said I was going to put these 2 buildings in, and like these ones, and I love the way they look. I think they look absolutely perfect sitting next to this. But when you come to put buildings like this in, when you're doing futurized stuff, if I go to residential, right, and I go to high wealth, high density, then problem, because these are all the unfuturized versions, right? So yeah, which one is it? Ha 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 ha. Well, a few people have asked me to do this, and I finally got around to starting the process. So let me show you. All we do, we tab out to my website. And here are my building guides that I'm putting together. Now, currently, I've only got the high wealth, high density ones up, but I think this will show you. And this is a big undertaking. Like literally, just the residential, high wealth, high density, and commercial. There's over 500 images. And you'll see when we go in. So let's say I wanted to find that building to put in. I go to the index, and here you can see pictures of all of the buildings, right, with the number, and these are in the same sequence that they appear on the palette in the game. So this is the building that we were just looking at, and I know now that that's building number 2 on the palette. But I thought I'd take it a step further. So rather than like just have the buildings like this, because there are times when I'm looking for a particular building for a particular situation, and I want a closer look at the buildings, and it's like, is this the building that I want? Well, now you can click on this, and you can see multiple images of the building from all 4 directions, so front, left, right, and rear, both day and at night as well, right? And if you click on any one of these, like if I click on this one, this pops up, and now we can get a good detailed look at the building, and then if we want, we can just click through the different views, right, to see what it looks like, and we can see that both day and night. So now, obviously, it's a huge amount of work putting this all together, and I might be asking for some volunteers to actually help me out with this to try and complete all of the images, because it's literally going to be like thousands of images to complete this whole thing. But this is kind of like the first step in a whole bunch of stuff that I want to add to the website to help like the hardcore SimCity city builder to do stuff. Right. Well, let's get back to the game because that's enough about that. And like when I get more done, I'll probably do a video and show you a bit more and stuff. Okay. Anyway, that's that. Right. Shall we get back to this? I think we should. Right. Where should we start? Should we start with the docs? I think we should. Right. So I made a little change. Made quite a big change actually. So we got the old Statue of Liberty, and I've got to say, like this view, man, I love this view. I think that has turned out just awesomely. And look at these little things. Look, I've got to show you these. Look at these spinning around. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this going round and all. Oh, love this. Somebody said, can you show us the wave power generators as well as the docks? And I thought, you know what? Let me put one in and see how it looks. So I put a couple in here. And in actual fact, it helped me to solve a problem because getting electricity up to here wasn't the easiest thing in the world. And putting those in supplies electricity to this. Solved a little problem. So that's that. Then we put in some commercial buildings. So you remember me saying these little areas in front of the ferries between the roads, you can put these commercial buildings in, these low density commercial buildings, and yeah, awesome, absolutely awesome. I've just noticed there's a robbery in process, and I've just remembered that I took out I've just remembered that I took out the police precinct that was, hang on a second, let's go over here, that was over here, because I've put in some extra buildings which I will show you in due course. And I've just noticed, look at that building's gone abandoned because of a building fire. That's very, very unusual. But that should come back. That should come back. I need to put the police precinct in again because otherwise I'm going to have a bit of a problem. Now, you know what? Do I put the police precinct in, or do I put just like a regular police station in? And it's going to kind of depend on space. I don't think I've got the room to put one of these darn things in. You know what I could do? I could probably live without that, and then I can probably squeeze one in here. Oh yeah, I can. So, boom, let's put that precinct back in, and I don't think I need to add anything other than putting the dispatch tower on the top. Yeah, so we put the dispatch tower on the top. It already comes with 50 jail cells and 4 police cars, which is more than enough because crime is, as you can see, very, very low. There's 1 criminal at large, 3 arrests per day, 4 prisoners. There is a little police station over on this side of the island, just down here. Oh, there's another one. Oh, no, it's a police car. Okay, so there you go. Right, so that's up. Right, back to the docks. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Right, so then, now I put in this kind of, because remember this was further up here. I moved it back here because I found that I didn't like the layout of these. It was kind of uneven. So what I've done is put a road across the front of each of the docks, and then put a building behind that, and then I've put roads underneath, like a square of roads underneath, which I've then hooked up to the road behind with another road. And I like the way that looks. What's wrong with you? Oh, that's gone abandoned. No power. So you remember I told you I was having power problems? Well, there you go. There you go. That, again, that might come back now. I've solved those problems, so we'll keep an eye on that. Right. What else have I done? So I put in these gallerias, these 2 gallerias. So we've got Park, Galleria, Park Galleria. And these Gallerias, I mean, I love this model. I've been looking for kind of a good place to use this, and I thought, yeah, this is the time. This is the place to put it in. And I did toy around with different versions of these. Like, see, these are complaining about power as well. Hang on a second. Let's just, you know, we should have power now. Oh, these are complaining. Why? Oh, you know what? Now, this happened before, and I fixed this, and it's happened again. Huh. This is a little bit of a problem. What's happening? I'll show you. What I did, these little squares, right? I put these buildings in, and then I put another road underneath in the middle, right, which is not connected to anything, right? And these buildings are switching from being connected to the main road to being connected to that unconnected road. Let me just get rid of that one, right? And now we should see, if I go back to the... See, now that will probably switch back to one of the other roads. Yeah, see, now it's hooked up to this road here, I think. Can't see which one it's hooked up to. But yeah, there you go. So, yeah, that's a pain. Well, I'm going to have to get rid of those little roads that I put underneath. The only reason for putting them in is that they help to fill out the terrain a bit more. But yeah, it's okay. We can live without them. We can live without them. Okay, right, that's that problem solved. Right, so let's run this on. I want to see if this building comes back. Oh, it's not. See, this one's not connected either. Huh, what have you connected to? Because that was connected to this road, and it's switched. See, these are the problems. See, it's switched to this bloomin' road here. Ow, that's a pain. So again, I might have to do something radical. So if I take that out and then give this a bit of a... are you gonna... No, because it's gone abandoned. I wonder if that'll come back now. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It depends what it's connected to. If it's reconnected to this road, it'll be fine. Can I tell? Can I tell? No, because you don't see it with an abandoned building. Yeah. Well, yeah. Never mind. If push comes to shove, I can always put that back in. And again, you know, this is where the website comes in, because I can just say, oh, which building is this? Go and have a look. Boom. Pick the one that I want from the palette, and boom, it's done. Right, so hang on. Let's get rid of that, and we'll carry on having a look. So I put in cruise ship docks in the middle too, and kept the regular ferry docks on the other four. And then as we move down here, I put in a couple of the radar stations, and I put them on these little pedestals, which I think are very, very cool. And the way that you make these is by using the Avenue version. So let me show you how to make one. So what you do, you take where are we? Water, hydro pumping station. So you pop one of these in, right? And then you switch to your waterways, and you take the avenue, and then you just draw an avenue like this. And it's best to do this from a completely top-down view. And you just pop this in like that, like as far as you want it to go. So probably about there, and bingo! And you get this really cool, you know, concrete pedestal, and then this little bit sticking out, which I think is absolutely awesome. I love those. Right, so there you go. That's how I did that. Right, so that's that. And then I had a whole bloomin' tinker around with this for like quite a while to try and find a good layout. And eventually this was what I came up with. Now somebody did suggest this Y connection, and that was a great suggestion. I can't remember who suggested it now, but that was an awesome suggestion. Thank you for that. And then I curved these wall roads round here. So rather than connecting to here, they connect into the city. So, and I think that looks a hell of a lot better than it did. Hope you guys like that. Then obviously we got these buildings, and I put this stuff back in that I'd taken out. So I put in this park and this building and whatever. And again, that's a plopped version. All of the rest of them, you know, they were done the hard way, the original way. But like this one's plopped, and I think that one is plopped as well now. So that's that. Right, okay, let's whiz over to the wave plant, because I want to show you these wave power generators, because these things are just awesome. Look at this. Look at those things spinning around underneath the water. Isn't that cool? I love that. I absolutely love that. And all of these things, it just brings the whole thing to life. I mean, this is really working away, doing all the stuff. And originally I was going to leave this unconnected, and then I realized that this is producing like a huge amount of power, and it's also producing a huge amount of water. Now, we were buying water and power from the region, but now we are self-sufficient, and I'll just show you that. So now we are not buying any power, and we are not buying any water. Right? We are still buying sewage treatment, but all of our water and power is coming from here. So now that meant that in order to get these things functioning properly, I needed to add control net, and I've had to add like a bunch of control net. So let me show you that next, I think. Oh, I'll show you one more thing while we're on the subject of power and control net. Do you remember down here we had the physics department, and we got the Academy nanotechnology module? I thought, what the hell? These guys are working on a new project, and they needed a fusion reactor. So we've now got a fusion power plant in there, which I love all of these little details. I absolutely love. And then I squeezed in a control net facility over here, and the whole city has got a little bit more dense and a little bit more busy, and I really like how that has worked out. And then down the front here, now, you guys voted, and to be honest, it was pretty much 50-50. It was probably a little bit in favour of sticking with the parks, but it like not massively. And I think that kind of mirrors my own feelings. I was like pretty 50-50 on it. Did I like the parks? Did I like the Unisphere? I gotta say, and several people said this, I do like just that clear open view down to the Academy, right? Which was like, it was one of the original things that I wanted in this city. That view down to the Academy, and the Unisphere does kind of get in the way a little bit, so I'm pretty happy with how that looks. And then I thought, well, like, what else can we do? So I put in a couple of control net facilities down here, which I think look pretty darn good. I think they fit in really nicely, especially because like there's a lot of trees down in this area, and these have a lot of nice trees around them, so they kind of fit in really nicely. And of course they got, you know, the whole Academy logo thing going on, and love it. Now, again, making the city a bit more dense and a bit more busy, I added in 4 more of these towers. This one, and then the same on this one. And I think, if I zoom out a little bit, I think that helps guide sort of you into the Academy. It was a little bit bare here before, but now it kind of just like feeds you in. So yeah, like that. Another little change, I've added in a few, just scattered here and there. A few low density, high wealth buildings. So there's like one there, and yeah, one on the other side, and then there's a couple down here. And I just use one model rather than going for like lots and lots, because I just wanted something fairly subtle. I didn't want something that was going to stand out a lot. So yeah, a couple of those there, and I think I squeezed one in somewhere else as well, but I can't remember where the hell it was. I might spot it. I might spot it as we look around. Now, ferries. I took out 2 of the ferries because like we've got so many ferry docks over there that it's kind of ridiculous. But I kept this one in here purely for the casinos, because without that, these casinos would start producing ridiculous amounts of tourist traffic. So that's why that one is still in there. Very, very important. Now, there's one section of road that won't futurize, which is this. And there is nothing that I can do about that because it's outside the map boundary of this city, right? And you can see if I come up here, it's this edge here, and it just won't futurize this. Doesn't kind of matter what you do. So, which is a shame, but you know, is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it, so I just shut up, live with it. Right. So, so that's that. What else? Did I do anything else? Did I do? Oh, I was thinking about replacing those with control net facilities, but I decided against it. That is. Oh, yeah. I knew there was something else. Do you remember that this bridge here, this little suspension bridge that I put in, was originally a red one? Well, I changed it out because the red was. When I saw it again, I was like, no, that doesn't look right. So I changed it out for. Let me show you. Where is it? It's in. Is it in custom roads, or is it in regional? I can't remember. I can never remember. It's in regional, and it's these two, and it's actually called Skye Storm's Regional Freeway Suspension Bridge, and there you go. So that's in there, and I love that. Love the way it lights up at night. It's just a nice little feature in there. Cool. So that's that. There was one thing. There was one more thing I wanted to say, and that is right. This looks pretty good at the moment. I really like how this looks, and I love Tamarin North in the background. You know how that's lit up behind the city, right? But I want to show you something, right? Because we're going to be moving on to Tamarin North next. Now, this is the original plot for Tamarin North. But now that is going to extend up here, right? So what we're going to be doing is extending these residential buildings all round here, right? So that when you look at Tamarin Island, you're going to have all of these residential buildings, right, going all the way round here. And it's just gonna, I think it's gonna look absolutely awesome when that's put in. I mean, Tamarin Island is always going to be the focus. It's always going to kind of be the main view of the region, and I just think that's going to be awesome. So there you go. Right. So cue the music, and I'll give you a little look at the city. I'll see you for the next one, guys. Peace out.